God says, your fund is going into the wrong hands. Someone knows your bank information and imagine waking up to a message like this. Your heart races, your mind spirals into a whirlwind of panic, and suddenly, you're scrambling to protect your hard-earned money from falling into the hands of an unseen adversary. It's a nightmare scenario that many have faced in this digital age, where the convenience of online banking comes with the constant threat of cyber theft. But what if I told you that this ominous warning wasn't from a fraudster or a hacker, but from a divine source? In a world where technology and spirituality often seem at odds, the idea of receiving a warning from a higher power about your financial security might seem far-fetched. Yet, throughout history, there have been countless accounts of people who claim to have experienced divine intervention in matters both mundane and profound. From visions of warning to inexplicable strokes of luck, these encounters defy rational explanations and challenge our understanding of the universe. But before delving deeper into the mysterious intersection of faith and finance, let's address the immediate concern: the security of your funds. In an era where cybercrime runs rampant and identity theft is a constant threat, safeguarding your bank information has never been more crucial. Whether it's through phishing emails, malware-infected websites, or sophisticated hacking techniques, malicious actors are constantly devising new ways to exploit vulnerabilities in the digital realm. So, what can you do to protect yourself? The first step is awareness. Stay vigilant against suspicious emails or messages requesting sensitive information, and always verify the legitimacy of any communication from your bank or financial institution. Keep your passwords strong and regularly update them, and consider using two-factor authentication for an added layer of security. But even with these precautions in place, there's no foolproof guarantee against cyber attacks. That's where the concept of divine intervention comes into play. For those who believe in a higher power, the idea of God watching over their affairs extends beyond the spiritual realm and into the realm of everyday life. It's a belief that transcends logic and reason, relying instead on faith and trust in the unseen. In many religious traditions, there's a strong emphasis on the idea of providence, the belief that God is actively involved in the affairs of humanity, guiding and protecting those who put their faith in Him. It's a comforting thought, especially in times of crisis when the future seems uncertain and the odds are stacked against us. But can divine intervention extend to something as mundane as protecting your bank account from cyber threats? For believers, the answer is a resounding yes. Throughout history, there have been numerous accounts of miraculous interventions in matters of finance and wealth. From stories of unexpected windfalls to inexplicable rescues from financial ruin, these anecdotes serve as a testament to the power of faith and prayer. Of course, skeptics may argue that these stories are merely coincidences or the result of human ingenuity rather than divine intervention. And indeed, it's true that not every financial hardship can be overcome through prayer alone. But for those who have experienced the inexplicable hand of providence in their lives, the evidence is undeniable. Take, for example, the story of John Smith, a struggling entrepreneur who was on the brink of bankruptcy when he received an unexpected visit from a stranger claiming to be an angel. According to Smith, the angel warned him of a fraudulent scheme that threatened to drain his bank account and offered him guidance on how to protect his assets. Skeptical at first, Smith followed the angel's advice and was astonished to discover that his bank account had indeed been compromised. Thanks to the timely warning, he was able to prevent any funds from being stolen and emerged from the ordeal unscathed. Or consider the case of Sarah Johnson, a single mother who was struggling to make ends meet after losing her job. Desperate for a miracle, she turned to prayer and asked for divine assistance in providing for her family. Within days, she received an unexpected job offer that not only covered her expenses but also offered a higher salary than her previous position. To Sarah, it was clear evidence of God's provision in her time of need. Of course, not every story of divine intervention has such a happy ending. For every miraculous rescue, countless others continue to struggle despite their prayers and faith. It's a sobering reminder that divine intervention, if it exists, doesn't always conform to our expectations or desires. Sometimes, the help we receive comes in unexpected ways or leads us down paths we never would have chosen for ourselves. And yet, for believers, the possibility of divine intervention offers a glimmer of hope in an often bleak and uncertain world. It's a reminder that we are not alone in our struggles and that even in our darkest moments, someone is watching over us and guiding us along the way. Whether it's through a timely warning, an unexpected blessing, or a miraculous rescue, the hand of providence is always at work, shaping our lives in ways we may never fully understand. The concept of divine intervention in financial matters raises intriguing questions about the nature of faith, providence, and the role of spirituality in our everyday lives. For some, it may seem illogical to attribute financial outcomes to anything other than practical factors such as hard work, strategy, and luck. However, for others, the belief in divine intervention provides a sense of comfort, purpose, and reassurance in the face of adversity. But perhaps the most compelling aspect of the belief in divine intervention is its ability to inspire acts of generosity, compassion, and solidarity. When we perceive our wealth not as a personal possession but as a gift from a higher power, we are more inclined to share it with others and use it for the greater good. Whether through charitable giving, philanthropic endeavors, or simply lending a helping hand to those in need, the belief in divine providence can spur us to action and encourage us to make a positive difference in the world. Of course, like any belief system, the idea of divine intervention in financial matters is not without its critics and skeptics. Some may argue that attributing financial outcomes to supernatural causes detracts from personal agency and responsibility, promoting a passive and fatalistic mindset. Others may view it as a form of magical thinking or wishful thinking, divorced from empirical evidence and rational inquiry. Ultimately, Whether or not you believe in divine intervention in financial matters is a deeply personal and subjective decision. It's a question that each individual must grapple with in their way, drawing upon their own experiences, beliefs, and values to find meaning and purpose in a world that is often uncertain and unpredictable. So the next time you receive a mysterious warning about your bank account or find yourself facing a financial crisis, take a moment to consider the possibility that you are being watched over by forces beyond your comprehension.